Best places to visit in Greece. The beauty of Greece is an imagination of an artist who has rightly described the place with the most vibrant colors. There are many places to visit in Greece that have inspired writers for ages to bring out the mysterious history and Greek mythology. Be it Homer or Aristophanes and Herodotus, the great works of these inspiring writers have kept the history of Greek alive in their words. Today, Greece is among the top holiday destination for travelers who are keen to discover every fascinating architecture and relive the history. There are islands housing the serene beaches, the old vintage towns with inspiring history, the castles, forts, and every spellbinding attraction that can leave you mesmerized. If you are planning a Greece holiday anytime sooner, check out the best places you can add to your holiday list. Athens. Inhabited for more than 3,000 years, Athens is widely known as the cradle of Western civilization and the birthplace of democracy. The city presents a confusing blend of historical and modern features. Much has changed since classical times, but for us travelers, it's a chance to see the city as it was. History abounds throughout Athens, and it's everywhere you look. It took over 700 years to complete the Temple of Olympian Zeus. It's the largest in Greece, and just like the Parthenon, enough of the enormous columns remain to provide an incredible picture. Afterwards, follow the footsteps of Socrates and see the Agora. This was the center of Athens' civic life, where democracy first took flight. But perhaps the city's best symbol of its past is the Acropolis and its insightful museum. With its past discovered, it's time to return to the 21st century. Athens has a burgeoning coffee scene and a youth movement that has shifted the city's culture for the better. This can be seen in its many cafes, its lively neighborhoods, its fresh galleries and events from outdoor cinemas to the Monastiraki flea market. Aegina. A little over an hour away from the port of Piraeus, the island of Aegina is the closest to the Greek capital and a popular destination for tourists and locals. In 1827, after the Greek Independence War had ended, it served as the first capital of the newly founded Greek state for a while. Today, the island is mostly famous for pistachios, chock-a-block full of pistachio trees, and thought to be the best in the world for the stuff. It's worth visiting the famous Aphia Temple, dedicated to goddess Athena, the St. Nectarios Monastery, and the nearby uninhabited islet of Moni, where wild peacocks and deer stroll uninterrupted. Crete. One of Greece's best islands, Crete, is surrounded by heavenly beaches. The golden, and sometimes pink, sands are lapped by turquoise seas and awash you with an immense sense of calm. There are, in fact, some 300 beaches to choose from, including the beloved Elefanici, Balos, and Prevoli. Beyond, the beaches are classically gorgeous villages, small towns, and dainty cities. The old town of Chania brings you back to the Venetian heyday. In addition, Agios Nikolaios provides a genuine glimpse into the life of locals. Steeped in history, Crete still bears archaeological traces of the many civilizations that inhabited it down through the centuries. It's also a spacious island of pleasing contrasts where landscapes range from rugged mountains and rolling countryside dotted with olive trees. Beyond the objective beauty of Crete is the handy knowledge that it's the largest of the Greek islands, and you can still find your own slice of paradise. That is, if you avoid Balos Lagoon at peak hours. Venture further inland to discover Lasiti, where villages stand alongside prominent archaeological sites and are surrounded by the windmill-laden plateau. Zakynthos. Over 24 beaches line the coast of Zakynthos in the Ionian Islands. Navagio Beach, aka Shipwreck Cove, is one of the most photographed in Greece, and for good reason. Its marble white cliffs rise out of the ivory sands, providing a warm hug as you soak in the views of the turquoise sea. This is just a taste of the wider island. Zakynthos's craggy coastline is in contrast to many Greek islands. Most beaches are found in secluded alcoves, creating a unique experience for all travelers, exacerbated by the lingering Crete turtles. Further inland are hilltop villages where you can find traditional monasteries. As the sun goes down, head towards Leganas, where you'll find out why Zakynthos is garnering rep as a nightlife hub. Santorini. Travelers arriving from the water will enjoy the marvelous slow burn of getting ever closer to the beauty of Santorini. Vast cliffs roll out of the azure sea and are topped by a delectable spread of whitewashed buildings. It's an incredible sight, and one that spurs you to explore the alleys that snake through the island's towns like a thrilling maze. The fact that they all stand on the remains of a volcanic eruption makes the visual even more memorable. But there are many parts to Santorini. There are enchanting beaches, towns straddling the cliffside, captivating ruins, and even countryside burned by lava flow. The good news is, such is the size of Santorini, much can be done in a day. Phyra, the island's main town, is a veritable Greek fantasy. Traditional whitewashed buildings topped with accents of bougainvillea house, amazing views, food, and nightlife. For history, you can't pass up a visit to the Museum of Prehistoric Thera, Ancient Thera, and later Akrotiri. The latter shares similarities to Pompeii. Tinos, famous for its carved marble-fronted buildings, and increasingly, its burgeoning food scene. Tinos is yet another jewel in the Cyclades archipelago. To get there, you'll need to fly to Mykonos and catch a ferry. It's worth the journey. Some of the best Greek wines are produced here, and chefs from all over Europe have opened restaurants among its sage-scented hills. Most are situated in the main town of Kora. We recommend the traditional Greek menu at Thalassaki. Saloniki, once the second city of the Byzantine Empire, and later a thriving Ottoman port city connecting east and west. Thessaloniki has only been part of Greece since 1912, and that really shows. This place doesn't feel like Greece you see in tourist brochures. Its central market, Kapani, has all the color and chaos of an Istanbul bazaar, and much Ottoman architecture remains throughout the city center. You can even visit the house where Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the father of modern Turkey, was born. The harborside Ladadika area hums with some of the wildest, most fun nightlife in the Balkan Peninsula, with most bars and clubs open until 6 a.m. and beyond. Rhodes. Encapsulating all that is good about the Greek islands, Rhodes is the perfect alternative to Santorini if you can't visit both. With its own Acropolis, whitewashed homes and domed churches, 300 days of sunshine and mouth-watering cuisine, Rhodes ticks all the proverbial boxes. All travelers are locked in an elaborate dance with the weather gods throughout their trips. But when in Rhodes, you can all but bank on having a sunny day. Known as the Island of the Sun, you can bathe by the sea and set your watch to the vibrant sunsets. When you aren't working on your tan, explore Rhodes Old Town. One of the oldest still inhabited towns in Europe, the streets tell the tales of Italian and Turkish rule. Cobbled streets lead to mosques, chapels, and public baths, as old as time. The food here is sumptuous and is matched by the island's renowned wine. Both combine to top off the day, getting you more excited to explore in the morrow. Milos. Rich in ambience, delectable cuisine, and indigo harbors, Milos is a sensory nirvana. Set in the volcanic Cyclades Islands, Milos boasts an authentic charm thanks to its timeless aura. Life here is laid back. Azure bays feature as many local fishing boats as they do opulent seafarers. This leads to colorful villages that provide warm welcomes, and naturally, some amazing restaurants. On Milos, your mornings can begin by walking the quiet streets towards the sea. Here you'll find colorful fishing villages that have been transformed into waterfront accommodations. Later, complete your wake-up with a dip in Navagio Beach that's surrounded by glistening white volcanic rock and crystalline sea. If you're up for it, jump off the cliffs or explore nearby caves. Your afternoons can be spent sailing around Milos, which feels as if you're floating on a cloud. Or you can explore the island's ancient catacombs or discover the ruins of the island's marble theater. If you found this content helpful and inspiring, remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends and family.